Erica Riggins. I'm the Public Information Officer for the City of St. Petersburg, and on behalf of the city, I really want to say thank you. Thank you for being here with us to talk about this program to help us reach, inform, and educate families in our communities, because it's so important. What we're doing is so important. When you think about this type of assistance, it truly represents critical support, a lifeline for struggling families. It's not just enhancing the quality of life, which is a priority for the City of St. Pete. We are truly, with this type of program that we are launching, saving lives. I think you'll agree with me when I say that. We're saving lives when you think of utility assistance. And I know I speak for this room. If I'm wrong, you can tell me at the end. Everyone in here, people watching at home or from work, has been in a situation where you might have needed a little help to keep the lights on or to keep the water running. And if you've not been in that situation, there's no doubt in my mind that you know someone, a close friend or family member, who perhaps has reached out to you for help to keep the lights on or to keep the water running. And so that's why this is so important. Help, I can tell you today, has arrived with this new program. And I want to bring up our first speaker, a man who has made neighborhood health and safety a top priority in the City of St. Petersburg, our 54th Mayor, Mayor Kenneth T. Welch.
Thank you, Erica. I'm already breaking things. They're going to charge us time, so get ready. Thank you all for being here today. I also want to extend a special thank you to our dedicated city team, who you see spread out throughout the room. And also want to thank Congresswoman Kathy Castor, who's not with us today. She's actually voting on a budget in Washington, and we wish her Godspeed in that, but she's always been a strong voice for our community. Although our administrator, Amy Foster, couldn't be here with us today, I want to recognize her and her team for their innovative work to support housing opportunities for all of our community. And I want to recognize our city administrator, Rob Gertis, and his entire team. Thank you for your great work. I also want to acknowledge our partners in leadership, our council chair, Deborah Figg Sanders, and our council vice chair, Copley Gertis. Welcome to the South Side, Mr. Vice Chair. And thanks to our invaluable partners, President Melissa Seixas of Duke Energy Florida, and CEO Nikki Gaskin Capehart of the Pinellas County Urban League, and so many other partners who are with us today. Without your commitment to the well-being of our residents, the initiatives we're discussing today would not have been possible. Now, one of our pillars for progress is housing opportunities for all, and that includes the development and the preservation of housing. But an important component of housing affordability is the cost of utilities. And in our post-pandemic economy, many individuals and families are facing financial challenges and falling behind on their bills and rent. The Rental Utility Relief Program we're highlighting today can be a beacon of hope for those struggling with the cost of living. And it's an example of our collective commitment to ensuring the safety and well-being of every individual and family in our city. I want to emphasize that this initiative is only achieved through partnership, the result of collaborative efforts from various stakeholders, including the partners here today. And it's a testament to what we can achieve when we come together as a community, build consensus on priorities, and work together for innovative and impactful solutions. When we work together, we are stronger, and we embody the spirit of St. Pete, resilient, compassionate, and united. But that's not all. There's more great news. The City of St. Petersburg has been awarded $2.35 million for 2 projects through the Federal Community Project Funding process, projects that will move our community forward, including $1.5 million for improvements right here at the Enoch Davis Center, and $850,000 for the Deuces Rising Affordable Housing Development. We are extremely grateful to Congresswoman Castor for securing federal support for these critical community investments. Now, to the residents of St. Petersburg, please know that we are committed to supporting you through these challenging times. We are St. Pete, and we will continue to work for inclusive progress in our city. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Duke Florida President, Melissa Seixas. Melissa.
Good morning, everyone. It is wonderful to see so many familiar faces, friends, partners that I've had the privilege, and our team has had the privilege of working with for so many years. So I, too, like the mayor, want to start by recognizing some really important key people. As he mentioned, Amy Foster is not able to join us today, but her help in coordinating this effort has been essential, along with Dr. Avery, Carla, Pinella, and so many of the Duke Energy team that are here today who have been working for several months to make sure that this was a service that we could deliver to residents here in the city of St. Petersburg. All right, very good. So, great people make up great teams and come out with products and services and end results like the one that we're here to celebrate today. And, you know, while utility assistance is not a new process, it is one that we understand that we always have to take a new, fresh, creative view of, and that's exactly what we did in this particular case. And at Duke, we also recognize that powering the lives, which is a privilege for us, but powering the lives of our customers is well beyond flipping on the light and having service. It's what we can do and should do every single day to ensure that our citizens, our customers, are prospering. And just like the city, we are St. Pete. Our company started here 125 years ago in the city of St. Petersburg. And so we have a long, long history of working together to come up with creative solutions to some really challenging issues. And I think today is evidence of that. And that's why this collaboration with the city was so critical. It's the first of the kind for us. We serve 35 counties, over 120 cities here in the state of Florida. And I think the city of St. Petersburg and this partnership is really setting a model potentially for other municipalities. We're very proud to work alongside many of the people that I've already mentioned, but do want to make sure that recognizing U.S. Representative Kathy Castor is verbalized, because as the mayor mentioned, she has really made it a lifelong part of her service to provide citizens with the support that they need. The message I'd like to convey is that for customers who are applying for this, we encourage them to do that. And if for whatever reason they end up not qualifying, we really, really encourage them to reach out to Duke Energy for solutions to their particular service challenge or needs that they have around their bill. Don't wait. Don't wait. Please call us, let us work with you, see what we can figure out, whether it's this program, whether it's some other type of program, whether it's installment plans, whether it's coming out to your home and conducting an energy check so that we can help you save money just in the way that your home operates day to day. Small changes can make a huge difference, and we want to be there, we are there for you to help provide that kind of information to you. So again, absolutely reach out to us. And with that, I want to thank you again for allowing us to be part of this process, to be here today, to communicate this. And with that, it is my privilege to introduce the chair of the St. Pete City Council, Deborah Fig Sanders.
Good morning. I know we're loving this rain because Lord knows we needed it, but this is a great day to be thankful. I stand here as chair of St. Petersburg City Council, as well as my Vice Chair Copley Gertis from the West Side. We always tease him about that because our great city incorporates and has so many needs. And for this to take place today with such awesome partners is a wonderful thing. Today is a day that confirms the mayor, his administration, and City Council's commitment to keeping our renters housed. But as it's been said, our collective of care, including Congresswoman Kathy Castor, Melissa Seixas, Nikki Gaskin Capehart, is an incredible team which is very aware of how unexpected expenses can cause hardship to a variety of household budgets. There are so many of our constituents who've experienced those moments when they were forced to make impossible choices of basic needs for themselves and their families. Something such as keeping the lights on and learning what rationing feels like. It's the struggle that causes many to wonder how they would ever get back on track. That type of struggle needing relief that the Renter Utility Relief Program will provide. And I think that deserves a round of applause because many of us don't know what that feels like. And to be able to provide this service is a phenomenal thing. Our city is offering a lifeline to renters who find themselves drowning in past due bills. This program is not just about financial assistance, but it's about providing a chance to reduce the suffocating burden of debt and regain a sense of stability. And let me tell you, this isn't the first time our community has stepped up to support its residents in a time of need. The city of St. Petersburg has a long history of transforming power to these supportive programs. However, our work is far from over. I am committed to working alongside the administration to ensure the success of this program and to continue leading the way in providing support for our community. Together, let us embrace this opportunity to make a real difference in the lives of our fellow residents. Let us stand united in our mission to build a city where our residents are not left without resources or recourse. Thank you. And now it also gives me honor to introduce the first woman president and CEO. I'm so proud to say that. Nikki Gaskin Capehart from Pinellas County Urban League.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Welch and Chair Vic Sanders and Melissa Seixas for the opportunity to share this today. And before I get started, I also want to recognize some other people who are doing this heavy lifting and work in our community, and that is Dorothy Miles, who's with Pinellas Opportunity Council that's here today. They're another one of our nonprofit organizations that's doing this work. And our team, we're very proud to have an office right here at Enoch Davis Center that allows us to extend our emergency assistance. Miss Charlie and Crystal here is running that, and Michael Boykins in the back is now our Director of Housing and leading this work for us at the Urban League. So let's recognize him as well. So we really appreciate this opportunity to just share how important this funding is for our struggling residents who need assistance with their utility bills on a regular basis. I don't think most of you know the Pinellas County Urban League has been providing this assistance since 1993 in our community. And just since last year alone, I want to share some stats with you who we've served. Over 1,500 clients have received $1.5 million in the home energy funding, and over 1,700 have received crisis funding at $1.8 million. This is just since July of last year, for a total of $3.3 million to over 3,300 clients. That speaks to the need that we're talking about here today. And that demand for this assistance always exceeds our supply of funding. So that is why Congresswoman Castor in bringing this money home is so very important to our community. And as we, with the Pinellas County Urban League, continue to work on our Vision 2030 plan, which is a renewed focus on helping these residents with economic mobility, not just the emergency assistance part, but making sure that they have the wraparound that they need and that they're encouraged to help change their lives so that even though they're taking advantage of this assistance and can finally breathe and have a break, that they're looking forward to ways that they can change their lives and hopefully never have to have that assistance again. So with the city, this special opportunity to help these renters with utility assistance, we're asking you to continue to follow up with those other wraparound services, jobs, entrepreneurship, all of those other things that will help change their lives. So let's follow up with step-by-step instructions that we can make sure we access this money at the city's website. And if there's a need for other services that wrap around that we provide, POC and all of those other partners, don't delay in reaching out to us so that we can be of assistance. PCUL.org is where you can reach us. And like I said, we're focusing on ways to transform lives with economic mobility while we also help with this type of assistance. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Nikki. So for our production team in the back, we're going to bring this mic back up. Technology is great when it works, and we all know that it fails at inopportune times. So our cable failed, but it is back working. If we can turn this mic up, I'm going to go to our media colleagues in the back for questions. And who has our first question? I see Mark Parker with the Catalyst. I've announced you, but tell them your name and who you're with.
Mark Parker with the St. Pete Catalyst. I gotta ask, how does the landlords factor into the program? And the release that said it was eligible to residents and landlords?
So I'm not sure did y'all hear the question?
Yeah, I was just asking how this would apply to landlords also.
So there is a path for landlords to interact on behalf of their renters, but I want to ask our subject matter expert, Dr.
Avery's here.
Oh, there she is, okay.
Hello. Dr. Avery Sliker, Assistant Director with Housing. And for landlords, if the utilities is part of the rent,
Excuse me, doctor. Can y'all hear her? Okay.
if the utility is part of the rent, the landlord may do the application. And there is a pathway within the application itself for that landlord.
And our next media colleague in the back, please share with us your name and your media outlet.
Does this work? Hi, I'm Emily Mahoney. I'm with the Tampa Bay Times. I have a question, probably best for Melissa, but it's just about energy costs in general for Floridians, because we're here talking about utility bills, but Floridians' utility bills have gone up at a faster rate in the last few years. And there's so many complex reasons, and I don't think residents always understand why, but since 2021, they've gone up much faster than they were before then, and I'm hoping she can explain why that is.
Well, you're absolutely right. Utility costs have gone up in the past few years. Primarily in the last 2 years, it really has been around the cost of natural gas, which was nearly 3 times more than it historically had been. And our customers felt that directly. There were absolutely ways that we were trying to offset those, including investments, our continued investments in solar, which then helps to decrease the utilization of certain fuel sources as well. Fortunately, natural gas prices have started to decline, and we have already started to see and have been able to pass along the savings to our customers. By the end of this year, we certainly expect that the price will continue to go down around natural gas prices. That was certainly one of them. But for us as a utility, I mean, it's our responsibility 24 hours a day to figure out long-term solutions to reducing energy costs, and whether that is investments in power plants that allow them to be more efficient, or in the case of, for example, the passing along of IRA tax savings to our customers, which over the last 2 years we've been able to pass along a savings of about $110 million. So it's a continuous effort, and I appreciate you recognizing the complexity of it all, but we have a workforce of 3,800 employees here in the state of Florida, and nearly 30,000 across Duke Energy, that every single day, the first thing for our philosophy for our company is to think about our customers first. And we recognize that utility bills compete against a lot of other priorities that they have. And so we'll continue to have 100% commitment to reducing those costs.
Hi, Bernie, 10 Tampa Bay. Do we know how many households are going to benefit from this program? And my second question is, does the city have a similar program, or we just rely on federal funds?
Doctor, can you speak to that?
Could you repeat the question a little bit louder again, please?
He wants a number of.
Do we know how many
The number of
households?
affected
Yeah.
individuals, this would be for any renter within the city limits that has an overdue electric or water sewer bill. And they have to be within the city limits. So that would be the first piece of that. Number-wise, I don't have that exact number with me right now, but that's what we're looking for, or anyone with those overdue bills. And the assistance, this assistance right now is through federal dollars through the Treasury. Through the, this was one of the last of the CARES Act dollars that we've got. So that's the money that we're working with at the moment.
Remind them of the AMI, that 80% AMI.
We do need to have an 80% of AMI, that is the area medium income for the renter. And I think that's important also for the landlord piece. The landlord doesn't need to be at that 80%, but the renters do.
Hi, Matt Lackridge, Bay News 9. Have you guys been able to speak to any of the customers that you maybe been able to previously help? What kind of impact have you seen this make, and how do you hope to continue it with this new money?
Yes, we have. In fact, just this week, we received an email from a person that had utilized the program. And like we said, it's not anything that is rare in our community. The price of utilities has been increasing. It's been a real impediment to folks meeting their rent, staying in their homes. It's a real factor for affordability. So yes, we hear stories all the time about folks who need that assistance, can't pay the water bill. It impacts other components of their life, and they're making that choice, right? Do I pay the water bill? Do I buy food? Do I pay this medical bill? So there's a lot of need in our community, and that's why this program is so important at this time. Okay.
Hello, my name is Nancy Dunham, owner of Fancy Nancy Professional Services. I just want to have a little clarification on actually who you guys are actually helping in the community. Within the reading I read, it said up to 18 months of assistance, but is that just one-time assistance for whatever is passed due at that moment, or do you guys follow them throughout the 18 months? Because that writing could be confusing, thinking that we have 18 months of assistance from, the city of St. Pete in general. So could you clarify exactly
Okay.
if it's like a one-time payment, similar to how the Overly operates? However, they do have a couple of more programs that they can assist with. So is it one time that they can pay, say they owe $300, you guys to pay it, you help that one time, but then after that, they're on their own again?
I'll let Dr. Slacker answer that specific situation if you can have multiple payments out of this. But again, it's 18 months. There's no amount, no limit on the dollar amount, which I think is important. And again, it applies to anyone who makes 80% AMI and below, and that's about $48,000 a year and less for a single person. So those are the folks who are qualified. Let me ask Dr. Slacker to answer the second part of your question about multiple applications.
There are allowed to be multiple applications for it. As the mayor said, there's no dollar limit for the amount of assistance to be able to be received. However, what we cannot do is exceed over 18 months of assistance throughout either the Emergency Rental Assistance Program 1, which was actually helping with rents, and this pot of money. And so what we do is we look up in the database that we've had for the program, and we see, was there any assistance received within that first round of dollars? And we then figure it out from there how many months we can assist with. And we do have individuals that are applying for both the assistance with the electric and the water, and that is also allowed. And what we're doing there is we're just matching up the bills that are owed to make sure that we don't exceed that 18 months.
I just want to emphasize something. I think in my comments, and the mayor and Nikki Capehart also mentioned this, but this is not the first of assistance programs that we have partnered with different organizations. So for example, just one, the weatherization program, and I mean, we have a decades-long partnership with the Pinellas County Urban League to assist customers. But for example, Duke Energy has a Share the Light program that our employees donate to, customers donate to. Our foundation will match it as well. And then we supply those dollars or provide those dollars to organizations like the United Ways and other organizations that then are able to allocate those dollars through processes that customers apply for. So this is such a phenomenal process that we're here to celebrate today, but there are many others. There's a history, I think, of this type of effort to support communities. This is a really extraordinary one, but want to ensure that people know that there are other opportunities for support. That's one of the reasons that if you call us, we're able to help connect you to those organizations. Tampa Bay 211 is another, so many here. So I just want to make sure that people know that there is a kind of a diverse set of opportunities to get assistance.
That concludes our questions. And again, we just want to thank you and ask you to help us get the word out. In just 48 hours, we received several hundred applications with just our press release going out. So we just want to ask you again to please, please work with us. To our media colleagues in the back, thank you for helping us get the word out. Thank you for being here today. That concludes our program. Thank you.